history shall be rewritten as we'll be freeing ourselves from ZANU PF, a satanic, devilish, and diabolical cult that has been holding our people at ransom for decades. We shall be freeing ourselves, and I'm excited that now we are all speaking with one voice. It's Mnangagwa has to step down. He has failed beyond, beyond reasonable doubt. People accuse him for being the most corrupt man in Zimbabwe, and the country is going definitely south. We can all watch, but he is desperate for the 23rd, which is not going to happen. People are adamant, and trust me, the loyalists within the Chweka faction are clear. Mnangagwa will go by the end of March. Interesting days ahead. But anyway, before we get into the nitty-gritty, if it's your first time to come across the channel, please make sure that you subscribe, and then you can also, turn on the notification button so that every time I'm live, you will be robbed right here for a conversation. And I want to say shout out to my loyalists as well, who just joined me right now. Guys, do not forget to like the live. Let's push algorithm, invite everyone. We are heading towards the most sensitive time of our generation. I'm super excited, I must tell you. I'm super excited as we get into the juices. Yow! I'm excited. Happy New Year, everybody. Please, I just want you to know that I love you so much. 2024 was such an amazing year. You guys have been here, and I can't wait to see what God has in store for us as we're heading towards 2026. But one thing I tell you beyond reasonable doubt is that Mnangagwa is going to be removed. It's very clear, because he has failed. We want leaders who can deliver. ED has failed. And why are we keeping a man who is not working with the people, but rather just work with a few, his friends? The criminal cartels are just Mnangagwa's friends. And people are saying, no, it's time for us to put a stop to that mess. So everybody, happy New Year, happy 2025. I want you to know that, guys, once again, I want to remind you that you are loved, and you are loved deeply. All right, I'm going to give you an icebreaker before we get to the juices. Icebreaker. So there's a young girl, a young boy. I must read the story. Very short story though. Okay. That has been reported by the newsworks, but I saw it circulating on social media. People are saying we have never seen such. But let me read the story. So the newsworks reported that in a rare story of an adversity, courage, and a stroke of luck, in which a fat man decided his course to ensure his survival, to not end up Pudu, right? A young boy from remote Akashisha community in Nyami in rural Kariba, Mashonaland West, survived a harrowing ordeal where he had to dodge lions and other dangerous wild animals for 5 days after being lost from his home. Pudu 8, he's only 8 years old, was lucky to be found alive after 5 days in the vast and dangerous wilderness following his disappearance from home a few days ago. He had lost his direction and wandered 23 kilometers into Matusalona National Park, which is fraught with danger. Wow! So an 8-year-old boy just got lost and came back home after 5 days. He was dining with animals. That can show you that, okay, are we back in the Garden of Eden? I think we are. That can tell you that animals are our friends, except the snake, which I hate. I hate a snake. God knows what I do. But anyway, we need to move on. Thanks be to God. I said to people, this boy is called for a higher purpose. Parents need to be watchful. Monitor your child. In 8 years, you need to actually zero in into his talents and gifts, because God is showing that I have called this boy for a greater purpose, because he's courageous. He does anything. These are the kind of people we need in this era to confront what's going on in the country today, the criminal cartel. All right, moving on. Guys, accidents in the country, please don't drink and drive. Just be watchful, be careful, prayerful as well. Remember, death is from the enemy. As much as God wants us to rest, but I believe that untimely death is from the wicked. So please, let's pray for our family members so that at least we can all be able to live long. The Bible says you need to die at least 100 years. You understand? So yeah, we must stay further. Now, it's clear that Zimbabweans want Mnangagwa and his cabal, the criminal cabal, to go. It's very clear, right? It's clear. So the one goal that we have right now is to redefine what Zimbabwe is really about. That's the goal. What is it that we want for the nation, for generations after us? Because as we stand, we don't stand for anything. Isiwaita wapusa mazvake adakumuka chirova vanhu anongorova vanhu adakumuka chithreatina vanhu anothreatina adamuka chingoti asina basa anoita. The country is just going south. It's on autopilot. People say that we don't really have a leader. We don't know what Mnangagwa is doing, but as far as I'm concerned, the country is definitely on autopilot. So yeah, we need to redefine what Zimbabwe is about. Now, Nelson Chamisa said also, hello 2025, we're in, all glory be to God. May 2025 be a memorable, prosperous, and significant year for you and us all. Change must happen in Zimbabwe. May God bless our exploits this 2025. Happy New Year. That is Nelson Chamisa here. Savior Kasukuwere said, the new year is upon us. He had prepared a new year message, hoping to give each other encouragement and hope in 2025. A few minutes before, boom, here's the story. Well, let's enjoy the crossover and we will attend to this. Unity, peace, and development. Best wishes for 2025. Dr. Osa Muzembe is pushing for unity. He said, we all have to be responsible for the energy we bring into the world. Often people who make other people's lives miserable as a preoccupation are miserable themselves. Bitterness kills. It's terrible. Burden. That's why it's important to forgive while it's not forgetting. Of course, otherwise no lesson learned. Those who smile and laugh live better and longer. They bring positive energy in this world than the grumpies. Sorry. Why do we attempt to smile for cameras when doing portraits and not smile at humanity? Let 2025 be a turning point in our demeanour to each other. The positive energy we exchange will get us there faster than toxic, which has become our trademark, especially in social communications, which is right. So one thing that we are focusing on right now is to make sure that we work together to realize a better Zimbabwe by spreading positive energy, not hateful like what ZANU-PF is good at. We're going to counter that because we know that we are heading toward the freedom that we always want. But I must also tell you that as we're opening up, Daily News is reporting that Mnangagwa is still striving to get the 2030. He's desperate. But the 2030, Mr. Mnangagwa, I'll say this as a child, is nowhere to be found. If I were you, you'd actually find a way to have a dialogue with the people for transitional authority. Otherwise, people are going to be surprised. Many are going to be surprised. Okay. And I'm seeing that the 2030 push is zig 220 million budgeted for special plebiscite. That is again more lies and more lies, which we are not even interested. Now Zivu has responded to the 2030 as Zivu, you know, he's a Mnangagwa's loyalist, but he's in between. He used to be the G40 party. He's just in between. He said difference between us and these guys is not referring to Ian Smith, the debate that has been going on for the past week intensely, which ZANU-PF started, and the goal was to taint Nelson Chamisa that no, he's still stuck in the past. Again, you know, they tried the selling of the country rhetoric, blaming the worst, which did not work. Now they are resorting to blame even the dead, Ian Smith. Now Zivu say to them, difference between us, these guys, long-term planning. They plan 100 years ahead, while we focus on short-term gains, Christmas and elections. We need to adopt a more futuristic mindset to bridge the gap. He's just referring to Mnangagwa, who is always on an election mode. Always. But like I said, Mnangagwa is finished. There's no doubt about that. I know some people are trying to say, oh no, he's powerful, forget it. I don't see any power here. When I look at what's going on social media and what people are saying, I can guarantee you it's over for Mnangagwa. It's very clear. But anyway, let you listen to the Chiwenga loyalists. We are clear. Mnangagwa will be gone before the end of March. And you know what? Some people think it's a joke, but I can tell you they mean it. They mean it. Okay, they mean business. Take a listen, please.
My comrades, Staram to comrade Kid Marungo, Canout comrade Yokai Mabunu, Warabitri Jaganaka, Warab Chingeti, Shinji Gorera Takatasana Naro, Risawe Gore, Ramusha Rambamshere, Zamsod, Sevana, Zimbabwe. Ngoya tasvika inguva isina kuita zvakanaka inova isina kuita zvakanaka inguva isingajairike inova nyika yatorwa nevanhu vaviri vatatu yaiswa muhomwe dzavo hapana achavabvunza hapana achagona kuvadzora uyo anenge avadzora anogona kuiswa mujeri anenge avatsura anopomerwa mhosva kugara mujeri achipika hondo dzisingaperi. Tanzwa kudana Wesley ku DCC kwamurehwa vari kudzinga vanhu nemuzita rekuti hamundi vaMnangagwa kana kuti mukupomerwa mhosva dzekuti munoda general zvaakuita sekuti vachiwenga havasi vice president veZimbabwe. haizi crime kuti vana vemusangano vati aiwa isusu general tinovada. Remember kana vakati havadi general, vakati vanoda general, hazvire kuti vati havachada Mnangagwa. Vanongoramba vari vanhu vanoda Mnangagwa but vachinyanyodisisa general. Munzwa, anenge ati anoda general hazvire kuti ati achada Mnangagwa. Anenge achida hake vaMnangagwa asi achinyanyodisisa general. Saka iyoyo haisi mhosva. Saka ana Wesley zvamuri kuita ku-DCC kwamurehwa zvekutyisidzira vana vemusangano, muchivathreatena kuti muchaudzwa zvekuita kubva kumusoro nemaminista ari pamusoro netimu renyu ramuri kuti ndo achakuudzai zvekuita kuti kukandwe mabhombo. Hamuna munhu amunotyisidzira, muri kunyeperana zvamuri kuita izvozvo. Time yakuzokwana yekuti tichange takuzokuvhimai vanhu vese vari kuita zve2030. Time yakuzokwana, gore ratakatarisana naro harizi gore rekupeta maoko tichiudzwa zvinhu zvisina nebasa kusina namudha. Ndine urombo zvikuru kuti ashayikirwa naamai vake, but hatisi kurwisa amai vake, tiri kurwisa iye nekuti imhandu yenyika yeZimbabwe. Nyaya haisi yemapersonal interest, nyaya haisi yezvido zvekuzadzisa mapersonal interest emaindividual, but nyaya ndeyekuti vana veZimbabwe vararamai. Kune vavo vari kupesvedzerana muchisikira muchityisidzira vanhu, muchithreatena upenyu hwevanhu, tiri kunyorai pasi. Wesley wetakuisa muzita revanhu vatichadhira navo when time is right. We know time to strike. We gonna deal with you permanently. Zvauri kuita ku-DCC kwamurehwa ikoko tiri kuzviona. Zvauri kutyisidzira vana kwamurehwa ikoko tiri kuzviona. Saka ramba uchiita but uchityisidzira vanhu nemuzita rekuti hamudi Garwe. Who is Garwe? Anoshamisa chigarwe unoti unotyisidzira vana vemusangano uchiti hanzi munhu wese anofana kunamata Garwe. Musangano unofana kurespektwa, zvido zvevanhu zvinofana kurespektwa. Vari kunyadzonya vakaparara, ndonguva yekuti musumukei. Nyika yamakafira iyi yaiswa muhomwe dzevamwana. Nyika yamakafira iyi, sumudzai musoro, yaiswa muruoko nemuhomwe dzevamwe vairi vatatu vari kungoti nyika ndeyavo. Ivo nevana vavo vari kubvuta makomba haikona than never before. Vari kubvuta, even mabhengi vari kubvuta. Hapana mamainza unochirika maviri matatu ukasanzwa kuti mukuru ndiye ari kumaina. Vari kubvuta kana kufiwewo haikona than never before. Even ku-agriculture variko vari kubvuta zvekuti hazvijairiki. Hapana paunosvika ukanzwa kuti apa pane chiri kuitwa chinobuditsa mari ukanzwa kuti havapo. Kumadiamond variko vari kubvuta, kugorodhi variko vari kubvuta. Saka ndiri kukumbira nevadzimu kuti simudzai musoro ndava. Chipai vana venyu simba ndava vakatyisidzira vakapinzwa mune mumwe mwena yavasingagoni kusimudza musoro kuti vataure chokwadi chakaringa nyika nezvakarwirwa. Mudzimu mukuru yatinopira isu ngaichisumuka every now, ngaichisumuka now. Mwari watakanamata akatinzwa ngaachisumuka now. Kwete Mwari wanauta washe nanambara kumazvingo. Hapana chinobuda muromo mavo vanhu varume vai chinobuda chokwadi. Matsotsi vanoshandiswa naMnangagwa. Vana veZimbabwe, this is the time now to stand up. Gore ratakatarisa rise maumbwe. Mnangagwa must go before March. I'm here to declare now. Mnangagwa must go before March. Itaunzwa kuti Mnangagwa aenda kuPrazi. Kwete kuti tiri kumuvenga kana kuti tiri kuzodai, but ngaachienda murume uyu akundika. Tinotendero sevana veZimbabwe kana takaona kuti upfumi hwakepfwa nembavha. Atadza kukondwa mbavha dzake dzakamutenderedza. Saka ndiri kukupai meseji yangu ino yekupera kwegore kuti tiri kupega. Tati Mnangagwa ngaachienda zvekuti hanzi achamirirwa unzi aiwa 2028 aizvozvo kure. Hapana kwatingambosvika 2028 akakepcha maminerals edu so. Izvezvi kana makanonoka pamunozosvika April, Chivhaya anenge atenga imwe ndege, akatarisa kutenga imwe ndege. Mari yaari kushandisa ndeyenyu, maminerals enyiwa. Saka kana takadzinga Mnangagwa before March, tautengesa ndege yauye nechivhayo ye12 million iyo, mari yacho titakuisa mumahospital. Nyaya haisisiri yemaindividual, nyaya haisisiri yepati, but yaya vana veZimbabwe. final push Mnangagwa to go before March. Amene vamwe mabhutulikazi amunoswera muchiita zvamune muchiita naye taiko kwatinei nazvo, but message yandiri kukupai is the message yekupera kwegore iri. Muichengetedze, kana ukarara kana ukamuka na2 prayer audio iunzwe ezvandiri kudeclare izvi ndizvozvo. Zimbabwe to go forward. Vana vezimbabwe kuti vararame, vana vezimbabwe kuti vawane mvura patepi inobuda yakachena, vana vezimbabwe kuti vawane magetsi, vana vezimbabwe kuti vawane muzvipatara mishonga. Mnangagwa must go before March. I'm here to declare now. Enough is enough. Tribalism must fall. Looting of minerals must fall. Ndiri wrong ndikutaura so. Izvozvo ngazvisvike kwese kuti ndozvandataura manhirano kuti ndotsimi yatakatarisana nayo, gore ratakatarisana naro harinei nezvimwe, igore rekuendesa Mnangagwa kumba. Gore ratakatarisana naro igore kuti Mnangagwa aende kumba, harisi gore rezvimwe. Takambozwa vamwe vachiti gore rehwizai, gore rechakati. Aiwa, gore riri ratakatarisana naro ndakupai tsimu, igore rekuti Mnangagwa aende kumba. Kana Mnangagwa akaenda kumba, is the beginning yekurarama kwevana veZimbabwe. Saka ndakupai zvatakatarisana nazvo gore ratikutanga izvi, ndizvo ka? Hatini vamwe vanozvida hana kutaura, aiwa takutaurirai. Gore rino harisiri kuita zvinhu zvese, nderekuti Mnangagwa ngaaende anotamba nevazukuru akudhika. Tiri kurwadziwa zvizhinji, tanzwa kuti vabereki vatorerwa zvinhu pabhodha apo, vahumiletwa zvizhinji. Tinoziva kuti yesi nyika inofanira kurarama nekunge ichitora mari dzemutero nechi, but level iri pabhodha apo neuri hwapo hwokuti kana vanhu vakasabhadhara choko mhomwe vanotorerwa zvinhu must come to an end. Izvozvo tazvitaura tokuzvifumura. Uri uri kuitwa pabhodha apapo, mutungamiri wedu haachakwanisa kuukondrola, anokondrola sei achirarama muuri. Tazviramba izvozvo. Tazviramba zvinhu zviri kuitika pabhodha apo, tazviramba izvozvo pasina vatengesi.
Well, interesting, but all I can say is everything that's happening in Zimbabwe is just wrong. So I completely agree, Mnangagwa needs to go. But the question is not only that Mnangagwa needs to go. We need to sit down and talk about how do we really want to redefine Zimbabwe, because at this juncture, everything is a mess. Nobody's interested in staying in a country that is so toxic. I always ask myself questions when I hear about those that poison others. Like, how do you even do that as a human being? It shows you how much we have been so corrupted and intoxicated or contaminated by this regime. This regime has ruined lives. Everyone is... Do you know, it was interesting that a day prior to something that happened to me, somebody said to me, you can't even believe how people are selling each other in Zimbabwe for money. Selling each other. And I can tell you, I've got quite a number of people I know, they're all like chasing me like this. They're thinking I'm that. Listen, let me just put this on record so that you guys know you are dealing with a person who's 20 steps ahead of you. So you might as well just sit and focus on your lives, because you never win here. You're simply wasting your time. But this is what you do. You think you can get away in killings, poison, torture. Some of you are looking for what do you call them? You use revenge porn or something. No, you are moving up. You are actually looking for information from the wrong person. It will never happen here. We have studied you for decades. We have been watching very closely and monitoring you and know all your modus operandi. So stop wasting time. You are genuinely wasting your time. And I'm not even playing a minute. Otherwise, you're the one that will fall. So please don't try it. You're the one that will fall. Try it if you think I'm joking. You will fall. And I don't understand about Mnangagwa's kids. I've been very clear about Edith's children. Okay, what's it? There's these two twins, Collins and Sean. There's also the junior. There's also David. When they are sitting down, and they don't even ask themselves, what is it about them that think they can be within the government and do as they please, but the rest of the Zimbabwean people don't really matter. There's something not right with this family. Because honestly, when you sit down at home, you should ask yourself questions. Guys, look, people are talking. You think they're joking. All these are just a joke. You think you can get away with it. You forgot about Mugabe's situation. The kids were busy pouring champagne in the center and wearing diamond watches. You remember? Mothers beating women, girls with the electric cable. All manner of garbage. Now we are back again to Mnangagwa's kids, looting to the core, and they think they'll get away with it. People are monitoring you very, very closely. I know someone said that because maybe Mnangagwa saw what happened with Mugabe. Remember, they looted and looted, but after all the shenanigans, they got away with it. I think Bone's still sitting with their 21 farms, if that is true, okay, because I don't know how true that is. If we talk about Bon, what about the brothers? You also saw the brothers recently as a BFT, recently become a porn star. I'm just... It's interesting, I completely agree. Mnangagwa has to go. With all due respect, now the question is, will Chiwenga be able to keep corruption in the country? For those that align with him, are they able to actually be able to resuscitate Zimbabwe? Because listen here, for Zimbabwe to restart, it needs some people that are not even in politics, who are not even in politics, because honestly, politicians, most of them have proved beyond reasonable doubt that they're toxic. And I'm not even talking about their leaders. I'm talking about or even these members of parliament, because right now as we speak, there are members of parliament who want other cause, right? Because they've been promised to push Mnangagwa's 2030 agenda, so that when he gets into parliament, he can just get ticks, because he's busy, decorating them. Whatever you want, guys, whatever you like. So these guys are prostituting themselves for survival. All right, that's all right. Let me just have some water. I repeat again, they're prostituting themselves for survival. That's how dumb some men have become in Zimbabwe. A whole man have decided to sell himself for survival to another man, right? We need to another man. Let's simplify it. Stop hiding behind all these titles and try to waste our time for survival, right? To the detriment of generations, your children and your children's children. Their lives can be destroyed because you have got instant gratification. It's ignorance. That is the problem that we're facing in the country. Ignorance. Ignorance. Anyway, Mukoma Clive is very clear. He said, I'm not anti-Tore Chimbo. I'm clear Mnangagwa will go. The 2030 is nonsense, because I can see the Standard reported that prominent musician and war veteran Clive Malunga says he will not be silenced after he attracted brickbats from some ZANU-PF quarters for criticizing a plot by President Emmerson Mnangagwa's loyalists to extend his term of office. That's what I'm saying. What I love about 2025 that we are in now is Zimbabwe's by the end of 2024, many stood up. And trust me, as women, we are saying shout out. We give you all the support that you need. Stand for what's right. Don't be cowards. Stand for what is right to rebuild Zimbabwe. Because can I tell you, you're just being threatened by some nonsense guys. If you actually see the pictures of those that are being called Varakashi, some are calling themselves CIOs. If you see their pictures, they're only hiding behind the gun. If you see their pictures, you feel pity. The way they are so dumb. If you talk to them like this, you can see that these guys. If you're calling these guys intelligence, then you need to rethink again. You need to hire other people, because they're not even intelligent at all. When you're talking to them on the phone, you're like, oh my God, shame. You think Zimbabwe can have this person as an intelligent guy? I know the South African intelligence, but guys, they are very smart. They're not all these cheap quality people just going around and be threatening others, hiding behind the violence. What else do you have to offer except violence? And the prison is what that you know. Pathetic and disgusting. And these are men that are protecting the state and protecting the people. They're protecting an individual and these children. When are you going to wake up and do the right thing? So shout out to Clive for standing for what's right. Now, bootlicking is a problem in Zimbabwe. Bootlicking. I think both sides. I am sorry to say this. I will stand by my word. As much as I have a politician that people know I support, Nelson Chamisa, I can put this on record right now that if Nelson Chamisa wakes up tomorrow and face left, I will look square in his eyes and say, Mr. C, for 1, 2, 3, 4 things, I don't stand for what you believe in. I'm out of here. I don't bootlick nobody. You know why? You've got a problem, Zimbabweans, of bootlicking. Bootlicker, useless people. I see you, we should beg a money from on a weekly. There's some people who are putting you in poverty. You're begging for $400. Where is your dignity? Where is it? These are married women who are begging money from another man. Where is your dignity? A married man is begging money from another man. Where is your dignity? But we are simply saying, let's hold each other's hands and you rebuild Zimbabwe. It's as simple as that. But no, you want to bootlick. You agree to say no, just go there and lie to that person, maybe poison you, or do the revenge porn and come back so we can give you money. How foolish can you be as a man? And you agree to that? Pathetic. And you call yourself a man. You guys don't deserve respect. And yet we have got a simple strategy. Just do the right thing. Truth will free Zimbabwe. Loving each other and hold each other's hands and say, you know what, brother, stay up with your children. We want to fix Zimbabwe. We'll do the right thing. Guys, I want to ask you a question. If you are sent to poison someone, for example, just what I'm going to say, you are sent to do that, and you don't do it, will they know that you have done it or not? You just said, I did it, but you did not do it. Life goes on. It's sad. Zimbabwean men. And when I say Zimbabwean men, I don't mean my amazing brothers who are doing incredible. I'm talking about those foolish men who are being used to do the dirty work for the regime. Pathetic. You are taking another person and you are beating them. You are torturing them. And after that, does that fix Zimbabwe? You guys can do better. You really can do better. Anyway, bootlicking. Let me read what Lynn is saying. Do you know that ordinary citizens, this is the Lynn actually who wrote this. Lynn Stacia, is that her name? Yeah, forgive me if I'm not pronouncing it properly. But she said, do you know that ordinary citizens are the ones who offer politician services for dealing with the ordinary citizens who do not hold the same views as them? Demeanour bootlicking in our country. Ndo honzere, hakuna kana one politician akamboponda munhu. Vanhu vanopondwa nemasaskam anoraramira kufadza vanhu vane power. Apo munhu wacho okay, I can't read. You know, I don't like to swear. I don't like my mouth to. I don't like that. My tongue can't swear. Okay. So she says something that I cannot read, but in a nutshell, she was saying, you guys, you keep on being marova, muri marombe, muchishandiswa never to do the dirty work. And I think there are also some of the guys, I told you, ZANU PF send his own people to come and listen here. And I want this message to really be understood. You know, I feel for you every time I pray that God open your eyes. That's my prayer for you. If you actually, if you know what Zimbabwe has for you, and the kind of men you guys are going to become after all this is done, all these shenanigans of nonsense, you'll be surprised. Some of you are going to live with the regrets. I was not going to do what I was doing. Really. They are children. Mnangagwa's kids. The other one is a military guy, a young guy. You always see them. The other one is not the one that is controlling most of my mineral sites. Okay, he's working with the Chinese people. The other son is the minister. Very soon, in fact, people are saying he's a de facto minister of finance. The other son is actually the de facto the minister of security. You know, is the junior guy. Emerson Jr. And where are your children? Yo, people who are going there to be bootlicking and do the stupid things. Why are your kids and your wives and your children? Are they studying at Harvard University, at the Harvard in America? I just want to understand. So what the hell are you really doing, if I may ask? Why are you selling your destiny for nothing? How much are you getting per month? $1,000 per month? Is that worth your destiny and future of your children? No. Yeah, it's sad. It's really sad, but it's right. Anyway, another person that is becoming a problem, okay? I thought after all that happened in the country, you'll be a different man by now. Jonathan Moyo is not repenting. Okay, with all due respect to Mr. Moyo, he is not repenting. Mr. Moyo has got so much hatred for Chamisa that I don't even... I thought it's gonna stay in 2024, but we have crossed to 2025. He still have so much hatred for Chamisa, and it's pissing me off. In fact, Moyo is 67 years old, Jonathan Moyo, and he's old enough to be my father. And I don't want to lie. I hate it when I see fathers spilling hatred and spewing vile. I hate it because I expect them to actually be able to mold us and say, yo, we expect you to do 1, 2, we expect you to do 1, 3. I'm expecting you guys to sit down with us and begin to show us where are we going with this country. That's why I've got so much respect for our comrade Mulala. Because at least he's out here educating us about all the lies that ZANU PF have been telling over the years. But anyway, Jonathan Moyo is not stopping. His hatred is so deep. And while he's hating on Chamisa, he's in exile. He can't even get into the Republic. But let me read what he said. He said, Happy New Year. That is Jonathan Moyo. In the run-up to it, some Zimbabweans in opposition politics, again, it's opposition politics, who narcissistic drastically proclaim themselves to be the new leaders, have been weaponizing Rhodesia in what they desperately believe to be a powerful attack on the status quo, which they hope to escalate in the new year. But it's a doomed proposition that, in fact, it risks to be the political graveyard of its proponents. This is because everyone knows that Rhodesia was a racist and inhuman system against blacks by imperialist design, weaponizing such a colonial system in the hoping to harvest, in the hoping to harvest political mileage in post-independence politics can boomerang badly. The fact that the self-styled new leaders in the opposition have come up with the twisted and weird Rhodesian paradise lost narrative that Smith Rhodesia was better actually exposed their intellectual laziness and ideological bankruptcy. The Smith stroke Rhodesia was better narratives can only be used by surviving happy slaves in Rhodesia by the today's 50 columnists in the opposition who are running dogs of merchants of regime change, such as the Oppenheimer family, who have become practically busy in Southern Africa through their now notorious Breathes Foundation. The specific target of merchants of regime change in the region are former liberation movements that have been governing parties since independence of the countries. In this connection, the comically noisy refrain that Smith struck Rhodesia was better is not a surprising narrative of merchants of regime change in Southern Africa. The equivalent in South Africa is that apartheid was better. In the circumstances, former liberation movements, which are governing parties in the region, need to pull up their socks and stay vigilant in solidarity with one another in the new year and beyond. Meanwhile, the self-proclaimed new leaders in the opposition who are backing the Smith and Rhodesia was better narrative are their own worst enemies. They're struck in the past with no ideas. They are beside themselves at the end of their wits and not fit for purpose. The Smith and Rhodesia was better comical noise, his short legs. It will not have politically significant takers in the country, the region, or anywhere. It is dead politics. All told, the important issue of the day about the colonial past in the growing demand for the colonial countries to pay reparations for their plunder, underdevelopment, and impoverished of the African continent. On this, the majority of the Africans everywhere, at home and in diaspora, will speak with one voice. Otherwise, today is, of course, by definition, better than yesterday. Only tomorrow can be better than today. It is never the other way around. The past can only be in your head, while the future is always in your hands. Happy and blessed 2025, everyone, and a special welcome and happy birthday to the newborns since the new year, the first general, etc., etc. That is Jonathan Moyo here, better babies whose generation starts today. I say to you, I'm expecting Jonathan Moyo to be made with Mnangagwa, not Chamisa. And I'll tell you why. Because Jonathan Moyo's father was eliminated during the Gukrahund times. And who was behind the entire shenanigans, allegations of Mnangagwa and Chiwenga. And also, fast forward, we saw him as in exile. Why? Because of Mnangagwa. He has been spilling beyond vile, calling Mnangagwa a murderer, calling him a cultist, calling him he's the most evil man in Zimbabwe. He's corrupt to the core. It's on record, right? So I'm asking questions now. Why? What do you really want, Jonathan? Can we make you the president? Okay, why can't you just run so that people can decide, the Zimbabwean people? It's okay. There's nothing wrong. You can come back. Since people are saying we are removing Mnangagwa by the end of March, before March, right? End of March, so we say by March. So it means we're just going to watch and following closely. My point is that you have got all the time to come in and campaign to be the president, Mr. Jonathan Moyo. Why not? You seem to be seeing everyone being a failure. Mnangagwa is a failure. Okay. Chamisa is a failure. The question is who? You are the only person who may be capable. Come in. But let me tell you, Fadzema did not have it. She responded immediately and said, if you are that exiled political leader trying to back instructions from a hole, okay, tell people how they can attain power when you can't even attain entry into the republic related to Zimbabwe. No political dividend will come out of this for you. Never. You are in comical noise trying to attribute views of ordinary citizens to someone who is not responsible for them, who is minding their business and enjoying their holiday. If you think you can pull the strings here, make real political actors your puppets. Forget it. We need new leaders. That is actually Fazia Mahere responding to Jonathan Moyo. Like I said to you, do you know, I realize that in Zimbabwe, but there are many who prefer to suffer under Mnangagwa's regime than to have Chamisa as their president. Do you know that? And you know why? It's because Chamisa is going to actually be someone who will prove to them how much they failed in life. Because remember, Jonathan Moore had the capacity to actually help to become somebody in the ZANU political party. But he made one mistake of agreeing to silence Zimbabweans and push a narrative of propaganda. What he did not know is once you plant a seed of evil, it's going to come and haunt you. It's a principle that had nothing to do with politics, but everything to do with life in general. Which includes Mnangagwa at this point in time. That's why I've always been saying, if I am his advisor, I would say, Mr. President, please try transitional authority. At least you can walk with your dignity. But once you push and people are going to push you out, like what happened to Mugabe, you won't like it. Because the embarrassment is deep. The humiliation will be deep. And even consequences will be even harder. I don't know why Zimbabweans, we don't like to do things right. Just like, yeah, guys, it's A, B, C, D. We can sit around the table and resolve our issues. But no, we always want to fight. Unnecessarily. So honestly, Mr. Jonathan Moyo, you need to actually drink your poison that you study. You're the one who cooked this recipe long time ago, hoping that you're going to create your own, I don't know, heaven. How do you expect to build heaven when you are using the bricks from hell? It's not possible. I don't know how to speak to my people and say there is no way you can plant seeds of evil and expect good to come out of it. It's not going to happen. Every day of your life is misery. I don't even know if Mnangagwa was sleeping at night because he worked on Christmas Day. The last time I checked, presidents, leaders of Mnangagwa's stature should be home and relax and chill, having families and talk to the grandchildren, tell them about the future, talk about your legacy. But no, you can't, because there's a lot going on in the background. You're afraid, don't know who is against you. But of course, Mr. President, it's obvious that even some of the people you think are for you, they are not for you. They are simply pretending. You know why? Because that's what you give out. That's what you give out. In 2017, we jumped clapping hands, hoping, no, finally we've got a leader who listens to us. What do? You slap us in the face, expecting that your end will be clear. It doesn't work like that in life. What you sow in life is exactly what you're going to reap. There are so many young people, like I've told you last time, who think we can do all shenanigans, all the evil that you're being used by the regime, hoping that you're going to be a billionaire. In your lifetime, it will never happen. Forget it. You will be behind bars for life. At some point, you are going to be held accountable. People are watching you, including your friends are going to sell you out. In fact, some of you, your information is already out and it's on record. All the documents are like this. And people are going to be held accountable. That's why I've been saying, if you are smart and wiser, listen to your sissy, stay away from evil. Because things are going to happen for you and you'll be shocked. Okay, we're going to close as we move on. I must say shout out to all the brothers because I love you. Okay. Shout out, I just want to tell you that women are bleeding. That's all I can say. I've been checking, like really on YouTube, TikTok. I've seen quite a few, 3 guys, I think they're somewhere in Durban here. They're Zimbabwean guys who are doing incredibly well. But I've been looking to see, where are the men from Zimbabwe? Where are the podcasts where you guys talk about families, children, wives, husbands? Where are they? But I see other countries. Podcasts everywhere. Men are discussing about how to raise good children, how to take care of their wives, how to build society and homes. No, I don't see it in Zimbabwe. But I understand because some of y'all, you and I, we are fighting. We're in a war. We are all fighting for freedom. I get that part. But surely we need preparation. We need preparation. But I want to take a listen to a woman who went on social media. Women are bleeding. In fact, for those that has been asking, I don't know, somebody's telling me about popcorn. There's funny thing about people. Guys, listen. Sometimes, hear me out. Okay. Most of you are watching me. Some are watching me on television. Some are watching me from Android phones. Some are using iPhone. Some are using it depends on the quality of your phone. Okay. So your sound somehow can just be affected by that. Because it's unfair to say I'm sitting here with almost 200 people. Out of 200 people, right, only one person will say there's poor sound quality. And surely it's maybe your phone or whatever that you're using, your computer. I don't know what you're using, but so you can fix that. I can't be able to assist you. You can fix that. But anyway, let's take a listen to women. Women are bleeding. I know whenever I talk about women being in pain, men want to run away. But stick around and hear women are. Okay, hear what your women are saying. Women are bleeding. That's all I can say. Listen to them. Listen to your girls. Okay, take a listen.
It's very pathetic kuti marriages mazhinji akamera uye anosimba kana mukadzi ari chituta. As long as you compromise, you tolerate, aiwa marriage inotopinda muzana chaimo. Ende varume vanotodefine a good wife as that woman who can tolerate all the bullshit. In fact, varume vanotorora mukadzi wava unoona kuti this one is going to tolerate all my weaknesses, whether ndiri chapa, ndiri munhu anoita zvechihure, ndiri munhu asingadi kushanda. Vanotochuza munhu wanotoona kuti iyi ndiyo mbokodo yangu. Dambudziko hombe ratinaro is we've got men who do not want to work on themselves. Men do not want to work on their characters. Kuti I've been a bad man to my wife, I need to change. Notozvinzwa chero pamaanniversary murume mukuru achitotaura kuti enda utenda mudzimai wangu, I put her through a lot but she stood by me. But if tables were to turn, that man never stands by you. That man will never give you a second chance. How toxic our men are. Nezuwa we did a post and ndaitaura kuti nini murume wangu akamitisa, I will not take mwana yeye. Varume vakauya panapa, guns blazing, nikatokuramba mukadzi akadaro, mwana ari innocent atadza chii. Why do we have to blame everything on the woman? Kwaini zvauri kundiurira ndakakutadzira chii? Don't even look at yourself as a failure. Uri murume akaita sei, undaita baba wakaita sei vanofamba vachimitisa kwesoko. Pane kuti uti sure we get to a point where men realize the pain that they cause their wives. Tinongosvika ipapo pekuti aiwa anotaurisa. Even murume akatadza akaita chihure inozongopedzisira yakutongwa reaction. We never get to that point where men actually realize how selfish they are. Everything, the woman must come to clean your mess. The woman must come to bear it all. That's why marriage yachipa isina kana nebasa rese. Because vanhu vakufunga kuti kupinda marriage nditange kunetseka ndichishungurudzika. Why don't I just chase empowerment and live a better life than commit to someone anozondiita chituta, than commit to someone anondirwadzisa asingatombozvione kuti ari kundirwadzisa. Anondirwadza is vakadzi venyu ivava vanokudai zvisingaite. They try zvese unonzwa ndatraya, ndiri kutraya kudai munhu asi kuchinja. Munhu achinje because you've done things. Munhu anochinja because iye ega aita self introspection kuti veduweka, of course this woman enough pain, I need to change. That's all. If men get to that stage where they actually admit kuti no, I'm not a good husband, I haven't been a good father, nyika inobudirira, the whole marriage setup inochinja. Women will be happy for once, wives will be happy for once when men realize the pain that they cause their wives. Iko zvino vanotoita kurarama nekuti arega ndichingozvikanganwa, chega ndichingochengeta vana vangu, and you're out there calling yourself a man, a father and a husband. You need to look at yourself and see kuti what exactly am I doing as a human being to another human being. Ndopanotangira musha ipapo, ndopanotangira marriage ipapo. Atingarambi tichingotiri vana vadiki tichingopindana nemabp nezvifo zvakaendana nana amai vedu, all in the name of mukadzi anofana kushingirira, mukadzi anofana kutiwira, mukadzi anofana kudai. No, men, you need to change.
A woman is bleeding right there. You can hear the pain in your voice, and my heart bleeds for her. Listen, I'm turning 42 in February, so I'll tell you based on experience. One of the reasons why I'm still single is because I can't stand what I'm seeing out there. Do you know, I've told God, I said, I'm happy to die single. If it's a child, I'll go to the orphanage, adopt my babies, life goes on. And live forever happy. I'd rather not have a man in my life than to be stressed. Because listen, I spend 24/7 of my life having party and I'm a happy child. Listen, if you guys know what women are doing out there, right? If you just know what women are doing, we start on how to cook different meals. We do start on how to actually love a man, how to make sure that he is happy. We cultivate happy homes. We are trying everything to be good people. And boom, I meet a toxic man who come in and just be screaming and shouting. Let's I don't have time for that. I will discard you just like that. Goodbye. God bless you while you move. And I'll tell you something. 2 days ago, I'll give you an example. 2 days ago, okay, I had a conversation with someone. I'm not dating this person, okay? Well, he's a guy, a grown person in his 50 years, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. We're having a simple conversation. This person said to me, hi. Okay, no. Let me start with sorry. He tried to call me, and then I did not answer. I was busy. Okay, then I tried to call back. And then he said to me, okay, I'm busy, but you can call me later. I said, no problem. Then he said to me, no, I'm back at the hotel. You can now call me. I said, okay, fair play. Let me call him. Let me hear him out. Okay, when I call, hi, how are you? No, I'm good. I don't know, I'm good. Then he said, oh, it's very cold here where I am. Okay, this person was in the UK. Let me give you all the details. Maybe he's actually listening to me right now. Bless you. Okay. Then I said to him, oh, yeah, even my friend actually mentioned that it's very cold there. And then he said to me, who do you really think I am? I said, what? And who do I think you are? So I thought, maybe he's talking to someone else. He's not really talking to me. Then I said, let me listen to you. Maybe, you know how it is. You're talking to someone, then someone can do something funny and you're responding. And then I kept on listening. Then he dropped the phone. Then I was like, okay, maybe something happened. Then I called, maybe he's in trouble. Let me call again. Then when I tried to call him, he said to me, then he did not respond because now the phone just went and bounced. I said, oh, okay, well. Then immediately I saw a message said that, who do you really think that I am? I said, who do I think you are? What is this man talking about? Then he said, he's angry because I said, one of my friends told me I was actually very cold in the UK. I'm sitting on the other end, I'm like, I said to myself, sir, you're coming to a 42-year-old who started working when she was 16. We've been paying your bills since she was 16 years old. And listen, who knows A, B, and C, and D, right? Who wakes up in the morning in a house where there is classic affirmations every morning, right? Who has got peace in your homes? Who gets respected in society? And you come here, you want to tell me, bring your toxicity, you get discarded in a blog that said goodbye and be blessed. And I saw the person following said, no, blocked again. I don't take nonsense. I'm trying to help you. But I understand Zimbabwean men, my brothers. Majority of you are hurting because of politics. And I've been saying this, let's come together. Once we remove this regime, this satanic regime, this diabolical county, this one here, this, I don't know what to say, this evil spirit in Zimbabwe, this cloud, it will automatically free most of you. Because you are angry with the regime, but what do? You take your anger on women. Because women are the closest victims around you. You can't confront the real evil people, but you can confront the women that you have around. And I must say this, women are hurting. And my prayer, and I pray every time that maybe we need to redefine what marriage is. Because what I witnessed when I was growing up, and what I'm seeing today, no, something's not right. We need to redefine what is really life. If we can't love each other, if we can't be happy every day, we don't have to be perfect, but we need to understand that the purpose of living is to wake up and really be at peace and enjoy your life. Even if you don't have too much money, but at least you've got joy in your heart. Money can't control your mood. Don't be controlled by minor things. Money is there. You are you. Sometimes it's not really that you don't have to be a good person because you're married. Why can't you just wake every day up in the morning and say, I just want to be a good woman. I just want to be a good person, a good man. I just want to be a good colleague. I just want to be a good sister. I just want to be a good brother. I just want to be a good aunt. Why? Because if you can hate, you can love, you need to choose. It's a choice that we make, don't we? But honestly, I pray for you, my brothers, because many have got the power to control almost everything that happens in your homes. Love these women because they do love you. If you know how much women are trying to make you guys happy, Women are trying. I know what I'm talking about. We talk to these girls. Like now, prior to the end of the year, we were like sharing, what is it that we're going to study this year? Oh, we're going to study this and that. What we do is we swap information. Okay, you know what? I saw something on YouTube. Can you listen to this? I don't know what to say. I know some of you think that the chance of having money in families and you are taking care of that and that person. Now you can bully everyone around. No, guys, life doesn't work like that. It doesn't. Like you're talking to a Rumbi who talk to your father who says, but I love you, my daughter. And you are coming to me, a 50-year-old, you're screaming at me, I'm going to discard you. You are very lucky that you're next to me because I will embarrass you. Because you are disrespecting me. Because in my father's house, we don't do that. My dad don't do that. My dad will tell me, I love you, my angel. And you're coming from your mother's house, 50 years old, you don't even know how to treat a woman. It's pathetic. She's right. You're pathetic. It's disgusting. Somebody has to speak out. 50 years, you don't know how to be respectful towards women. You don't know how to be etiquette as a woman. You don't know how to communicate better. You don't know how to understand a conversation. Everything is all about you. You want to project your toxicity on me that you have been experiencing with all the loose women on me or on any other woman out there. It's not everybody who's a loose cannon. It's not everybody who's a loose woman. So once you experience all your shenanigans on the street, don't project it on everybody else that you meet on the street, right? Don't do that. It's very sad, but this conversation, I dare you, I know this will free Zimbabwe. Families has to be restored. I understand you. This is why I don't care what Mnangagwa said, with all due respect, sir, Mr. President. You have destroyed a lot of things in this country, including families. Especially families. You ruined things. The ZANU-PF regime have destroyed the most important aspect of life, family. And today, people are angry. It's just exchanges of pain, back and forth. And it's sad. It's sad to watch. But I pray for you. I do pray for you, honestly. I do pray for you. I pray that one day you're going to realize that time is short. While you see other families succeeding and thriving, it's because all they know is to love their wives. A man is intentional in his communication. He wakes, good morning, my love. He checks on his woman. He tells her what he wants to eat for dinner. He communicates with her with respect. He uses the right words. Not screaming and shouting. Everything is all about anger. No, you can stop that. Hi, my love, I love you. How is your day? Are you all right? Are you sure you're okay? Can I check? Okay, do you know, listen, you see, for me as a single person, I'll tell you, sometimes I talk to men from Zimbabwe as brothers. And I actually realize that, no, these guys think that maybe I like them. And I don't. I'm just talking to them with love. Oh, my brother, are you okay? Are you sure you're doing well? Oh, you said you were sick last time. Are you sure you're feeling better now? And he thinks, oh, she wants me. I don't want you. I just look after you as a brother. We no longer have that touch. I can't say to a man he likes me before he says it. I don't believe in that. You have to speak. He's got a mouth. God gave him a mouth. But before that, I care for him. We need to start working on ourselves to be a better society. It starts with you and me. We really can't carry on with how we are hating each other. Even men who are married to, we are taking care. Listen, for me, I tell you, I talk to men, my friends. I've got friends, guys. I know I've spoken to many of them, say to them, they're almost like beating the women that are married to their sisters. I remember one of them, very interesting, fun friend of mine. I don't know if he's going to listen to this, but he said to me, he left to South Africa here to go to Zimbabwe with a gun. And he went straight, he put a gun on the head of that man and said, I'll blow your head. And took his sister away from him. We have a society that is so broken, and it needs to stop. I don't care, whatever it takes, we can stop it. We have to stop being a violent people and confront the real issue. Is the ZANU-PF regime that has tortured our people for decades is the one that we need to do away with. That's why I will do everything with the power that I have. God knows I will lose the last breath speaking until we cross this river Jordan. ZANU-PF regime needs to be destroyed for life. Because the pain and the toxicity they've spread in our country, it is now spilling to generations. And I'm worried about the little angels, the children that are being born. We're going to be wallowing this toxicity. I can only imagine the kind of children they're going to be. But we can't take our anger on wives and women. Life doesn't work like that. We can fix this by going back to basics. Let's love each other. Only love will be able to restore sanity in Zimbabwe. Only love. Because what is happening currently is too much of hatred. Let's restore society by loving each other once again. I love you. Bless you and bless Zimbabwe. Bye for now.